G'day guys and welcome back to Milestones with Matty. Round 16 is a special one on the AFL calendar. Not because it's multicultural round or NAIDOC week, it's because it's this man, Stephen Hill's 100th game. Hilly, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Matty.
Hilly, tell us about your junior footy days. Who'd you play for and what position?
I played on the wing mainly, in the midfield, and played for Queen's District Footy Club.
How did you go?
Yeah, not too bad.
Any premierships?
We played in 2 grand finals and lost them both.
Oh really? Your lovely mum Stephanie told us that you were always the first to training and you never missed a session. Tell us a bit more about that.
I used to like getting there early to get a few extra kicks in at goals and just mess around a bit and just made sure I got to all my training sessions as many times as I could.
Hilly, tell us what you did for work before footy and what was that like?
I was working for a paving company, so I was making pavers, and yeah, it was pretty tough, pretty hard work and getting up early mornings and late finishes. But yeah, I'm glad I'm finished that now.
What time were you getting up in the morning?
I think I was starting about 6 o'clock, I think, and finishing about 3, 4 o'clock in the arvo, so yeah, it was pretty hard yards.
You were on no one's radar before the state carnival, and then you got drafted at number 3. How does that happen?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just had a pretty good carnival, and I think that sort of boosted me up a bit.
Hilly, is it true that at the state under-18s carnival, if you didn't have such a good roommate, you wouldn't have been drafted? And who was that roommate?
Well, that was yourself, Matty. Yeah, I had a pretty good roommate in you, and yeah, looked after me.
And what position did you play at state?
Well, I played a bit of a tagging role, so yeah, it was tagging the opposition sort of midfielders, Hartlett, a few players like that. So yeah, it was a bit of a different role for me.
Do you feel like you learned anything having been a tagger yourself initially, and then now you're being tagged from week to week?
Yeah, I guess being a tagger myself, the things I didn't really like and that was found hard, I could sort of implement into my game.
Obviously there was a big bunch of us that went to draft camp together, and then there was a big draft of us that came here in 2008. What's it been like, obviously having those WA boys around you?
Yeah, I think it made it a lot easier coming here to Freo, having guys that I played with and also knew. So yeah, it was great to be able to have yourself, Clancy, Sun here at the club.
So Hilly, when you first got to the club, who looked after you? Who took you under their wing?
Yeah, Anthony Grover looked after me when I first got there. I stayed with him for a couple of weeks just to get used to the transition into the AFL, and so he's someone that really helped out with me.
You debuted in round 1 of 2009. Who were you versing, and what are your memories from your first game?
First game was against Bulldogs, so yeah, it was a pretty special moment.
Tell us about your first kick.
Yeah, I actually got a free kick and got a 50 metre, so I was having a shot at goal and yeah, put it through.
Put it through, 50 out?
45.
What was more scary, your debut game against the Bulldogs or your first media conference?
Yeah, my first media conference by far.
Oh, you're handling well now, mate. How much weight have you put on since getting to Fremantle, and how did you go about doing that?
I've put on probably about 12 or 13 kilos since I first got here, and just a lot of weights and protein, and yeah, just in the gym and eating lots. So it took a while to put some on, but yeah, now that I've got it, it's pretty easy to hold.
Who have been some of your hardest tagging opponents?
Nathan Van Berlo from Adelaide is quite a tough opponent. You know, he's an elite runner and it's pretty hard to outrun, so he's got to try and get him in close and on quick bursts at times.
Yep. What about Ryan Crowley? Have you ever played on him at training?
Yeah, I've been on Crowds a little bit at training, and yeah, he'd be tough to play on, so I'm glad he's on my team.
Hilly, who wins a 100-metre sprint out of Hayden Ballantyne, Garrick Ibbotson, Daniel Pearce and yourself?
I think Ibbo's pretty good over the 100s, so...
I reckon Hayden Ballantyne might come out of the blocks a bit quicker, but I reckon you'd bring it home and win the race, Hilly.
Thanks, Oz.
Hilly, who's got better skills out of you and your brother, Bradley Hill, who currently plays for Hawthorn?
I have to say me.
I reckon
his skills haven't picked up, but I'll say I got him covered.
From your 99 games, Hilly, what's been a memory that stands out the most?
Playing in the final against Geelong at the MCG was a pretty good moment, and especially get the win over there. Something I won't never forget.
Outstanding performance. Fremantle have won action.
And what about outside of footy, mate? Who's been your biggest influence or mentor?
My mum's been great. You know, she's always taken me to footy, training, games, and she's been really big in my, part of my football.
Thanks for joining me today, Hilly. Hopefully I'll see you in the middle of the circle at the end of the game and we'll shower you with Powerade. All the best, mate.
Got it to Hill. Look at Hill. They're escorting him down the ground. Pat says, you go. You're younger.